Yo, what's going on, everybody? Jason Trio here with Bittrio.com. Today is Monday, March 27th, 2023. And today, man, I want to do something a little different, but I have been thinking about this stuff for a little bit. So I threw this into Twitch, just chatting. And we're just going to chat today. Things are starting to get real. Things are starting to connect. People are starting to connect the dots. And the thing that I've been talking about for the last 3 years, Bitcoin, money, fiat, all this type of stuff, it's starting to come, I don't know if you say full circle, but it's starting to get a lot of attention. Mainstream, you know, people that I watch, maybe some politics, maybe some sports, maybe some UFC, some things like this. Gaming, right? A lot of this stuff is coming into view. Bitcoin, money, a lot more people are talking about it. You know, you got the billionaires with this Balaji dude making $1 million bet that Bitcoin's going to be $1 million in 3 months. And there's a lot of mingling going on. So I want to take some time. Maybe this will be something that I do on a regular if people like it, you know, I don't know. People generally do like this type of stuff though. I'm just going to take a look at some comments, so from some popular videos that are out on the internet, and we're just going to go straight into the comment section, read the comments, provide some feedback, get a feel on what people are thinking, what everybody's saying. Now, one of the problems with doing a video like this is there's a shitload of bots. You know, on YouTube, there's a ton of bots in the comments. So we're going to have to determine which ones are bots, which ones are not. Filtering out the bots, kind of a pain in the butt. But we're going to get through it. We're going to read the comments. And the first video we're going to do it with today is going to be this Timcast IRL video. Banking collapse gets worse. Finance guy bets major collapse in 90 days. Get ready. And he starts with this headline from the Washington Post: why $17 billion in Credit Suisse bonds became worthless. And this is just a huge thing, you know, $17 billion in Credit Suisse bonds become worthless overnight. You know, how about your bank account? All the bank runs and all this talk, man, it just brings everyone back to what is money, dude. All right, let's get into the comments and just see. You know, this is good for me too to do this. Let's give Tim a thumbs up though for providing this content. We could talk about the comments. This is a good thing for me to do because I get to feel the pulse of what everyone's saying, you know, because people, it is coming together and people are understanding stuff, but still, you know, what are you gonna do about it? You talking all this, you doing all that, what are you gonna do about it? Right? It's funny, right? Oh, you know, gulag, or hang him in the street, public hangings, right? People call for shit like that, people do stupid shit like that, but they're always pointing the finger and saying someone else should do it. We need a real politician, right? We need someone else to do it, because by golly, I ain't gonna do it. You know, like, what can I do, right? I'm just a regular old dude. And that's what's changed in the world in 2009. That is what has changed, y'all. That is what has changed. It's the big thing. Bitcoin was invented. Now, actually, there is a way. There is an escape hatch. Believe it or not. Extremely amazing. It's hard to believe. Yes. But Bitcoin's been out for 14 years. You know, just let year after year go by, and then maybe you'll eventually believe it. Maybe you need something else. You know, I don't know. Everyone's different. Well, let's start with these comments. All right, let's see what we got here. The shenanigans that need to happen behind the scenes is remarkable. Our government and their incessant deficit spending and money printing has put the world's financial system on the brink of utter explosion. So this is what I'm saying. Like, people are figuring out, like, something's wrong. Something's wrong, dude. And if you see what they did with COVID, right? They brought out this whole fucking whatever the fuck, right? Virus. They created this virus, unleashed it on the world so that they could have an excuse to create money. The people that have the legal authority to create money. So fuck, dude, what the fuck they gonna do this time, or try to do this time? You know, shit's getting crazy. What's the odds, right? The people have betting odds for this. Number one, is war, right? You already see what's going on with Ukraine. Some people want to have fucking war, the politicians, but the people don't want to have no war, man. We don't want that shit, right? Bitcoin allows us to just be like, nah, fuck that. You guys want to have war? These 80-year-old fucking politicians and shit. Go ahead, bro. Strap on a fucking helmet. Live stream that shit. We'll watch that shit. Who the fuck wouldn't watch a 80-year-old politician strap on a vest, a helmet, and go out and just try some fucking war type shit, right? Yo, that would be fucking crazy. But nobody wants to do that, right? It's all Survivor. Everyone's playing Survivor, which means they're just changing everyone's opinion, or attempting to change everyone's opinion, attempting to influence everybody to have a reason to do something, right? They're not going to do it. They're just going to try to manipulate the masses, and that's what life is about. I mean, fortunately or fortunately, I don't know, but it's all about persuading people to do some shit. So you better fucking realize that you're being persuaded, dude. What you gonna do about it, right? That's the bottom line. That's where my mind goes. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? You're out here talking all this shit. Hey, I don't know what the fuck to do, but I'm gonna make videos like this. I'm gonna talk about this shit until I figure it out, you know? And we have Bitcoin, so that's what the fuck you're gonna do about it once you figure it out. All right, next comment is, the idea is to consolidate all smaller banks into a couple huge banks, so it will be easier to introduce and implement central bank digital currencies. The same goes for all small and medium businesses, because now everything is done to destroy them. You can't make a reset without shutting down the system first. Yeah, and this is from Tom. He's got a good point too, right? During COVID, not only did they release a virus onto the world so that somebody had legal authority to create a shitload of money, go look up the figures, whatever it is, but they also crunched small businesses, medium businesses. Like, nah. You can't go to the mom and pop convenience store. You can't go to the gym, but you can go to the fucking liquor store. You can go to fucking the big box store, right? You can go to fucking Walmart and Target to buy your shit, but you can't go to Sally Joe's Baked Goods. Like, what the fuck? COVID knows. COVID knows, bro. Big box stores, they got more air ventilation. Right? It's all about control. It's all about manipulation. So this could be, right? Smush. It's a similar game plan. It could be a similar game plan. Smush out the small dudes, the small banks, and just keep the big banks. Same thing with business. Easier to control and put rules in and say, hey, you guys gotta abide by my shit. You gotta abide by my rules, or you just can't have money. You can't bank. Abide by my rules, you know. And that's politics. Then we get into whose rules are right, what's fair. Bitcoin just cuts all that shit out, dude. Code is law. It is what it is. It's fair for everyone. No one can control it, but everybody has to follow the rules. And that's it. Beautiful. It's beautiful, man. And why do I sit here and have this opinion? Who am I? You know, it's a weird thing for me to have this opinion, such a strong opinion, when the rest of the world, majority of the world, doesn't have this opinion. It's strange, but hey, it is what it is. I'll take it. Janet Yellen calls for an emergency meeting, brings them all together just to say everything's fine. We're gonna monitor. She called them all together so they can all get their story straight. We're tolerating these themes and criminals because why? Well, Skylix 08, it's because we didn't have an option before. We never had an option. We didn't have Bitcoin. We didn't have shit, you know. We needed central authorities. We needed mints. We needed a bank to mint the coinage, the gold and silver coins, to verify everything was good, to release everything and be like, yup, this is good, this is good. That's how humans evolved. That's how we evolved. And why do we tolerate it even more now? Is because this is all we know, right? Who has lived in a world without a dollar? No one. We all have lived in the world with the dollar as the global reserve currency, right? We don't know any other world, so it's normalcy bias. We're used to it, and Bitcoin's so hard to believe. How could it be? This is how things unfold. right? I don't know. This is just how things unfold. This is me experiencing this world just the same time as you are. And unknown things are happening right in front of all of our eyes, man. And it is weird because we want that comfort. We want that security. We want someone to tell us, yeah, this is it. This is it. This is why I think a mentor would be so good, right? Someone that already has experience doing things can tell you that you're on the right track, give you that reassurance that, yeah, dude, you're doing the right thing. Just keep going, keep going. Because a lot of times you're doing shit, you're doing work, you're not seeing many results. You just keep going, keep going. And it's easy to question yourself, like, am I really making progress? Am I really doing something? I don't know, because there's a lot of uncertainty. It is wild, dude. It is wild. Because why? Well, I mean, what are you doing, Skylix? You're writing this comment. That's a step, though. Got 301 upvotes. Nice. All right, next comment. Did Ian take brilliance pills today? I've literally never listened to a clip where he makes 100% on point comments, and probably right to boot. He has been sandbagging us the whole time. Yo, here's another thing too that I think's gonna happen. You know, this sucks, but this is the way it is, right? Because people just aren't open. Everyone's playing Survivor. Everyone's playing an angle. Everyone's trying to get ahead in their own little way. No one's like genuine and real, because it's a disadvantage if you become real. Then you tell everybody what you're doing. Now everyone can plot and strategize against you because they know your whole playbook. Fucking sucks, but that's what it is. So what I think is going to happen too is with Bitcoin, once it does become obvious, right, that Bitcoin's fucking money, and it is what it is. It's a new thing. It is the thing. Amazing. For the first time in human history, we have this global network, this internet computer that everyone can look at it and verify. You don't even have to trust shit. You don't even have to question it. There's no human opinion needed. Just look at it. Is it true? Is it right? Okay, then it is. Like, Bitcoin is verified history. It's amazing. It really is amazing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Unless, of course, it gets hacked, right? So, hey, if it gets hacked, then we're all fucked. So yeah, that's crazy. But no, what do I think is going to happen? Everyone's going to come out in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever it is, when Bitcoin's fucking obvious. 90% of the population have Bitcoin. In this decade, 2029, according to S-Curve, 90% of the population in the world should own Bitcoin. Some Bitcoin. Everyone's going to come out and be like, oh yeah, well, yeah, I got a shitload of it. Oh yeah, well, oh yeah, of course, yeah. Well, what the fuck? All right, yeah, well, I got into Bitcoin. Oh, how'd you become successful? Oh, I got into Bitcoin. Oh, really? Yeah, 2013, 2015, 2023, you know, everyone's going to say it. It's just going to be like, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's after the fact. But during the time when we're in it right now, this is like the chaos, the tornado, right? The wind's blowing, everything's swirling. Nobody knows what the fuck. But then when it becomes known and solid, then all of a sudden it's gonna be like, oh, sure you did. Oh, here comes another one. He was in too. Like, where the fuck was I? Where the fuck was I when all this shit was going on, right? You're here right now, dude. This is it. This is it. The world, the wind, it's swirling. This is it. And the shit happens like that too. The shit really does. It already has happened like that. As soon as Bitcoin was introduced, 2009, the world changed. There's no longer a need for central institutions, banks, mints, things like this to be in the middle of your money. You can transact with the person selling or buying the good and the service without anyone in the middle. Fantastic. I mean, once people get a taste of this shit, fuck. Yo, it's gonna be some wild shit, right? Once you get a taste of it, look out, dude. Problem is, if this happens, you probably won't have access to the internet, cell phones. I see them shutting everything down for a pause. Yeah, it could be. I mean, this could be the next thing. Like I said, they release a freaking virus on the world to pump some money, and then now you got people talking about cyber attacks and shit. Sure. I mean, the internet could go down and it could be like, whoa, something has to fuck up for people to be like, oh, here's the solution. Here's the solution. And all this is conspiracy, right? We don't fucking know. But the majority of people in the world do know that something's fucked up, right? The shit is all coming together. Pieces are being connected. Shit's hitting the fan, right? This is it. We're in it right now. How exciting. How exciting. It's extremely exciting because there's so much unknown. And this is when you have even playing ground with everyone because nobody knows. Everything's up in the air, and now you can just rely on yourself to navigate and make the best decisions. It's awesome. I love this shit, dude. It's great. Chaos. Yeah. The problem is caused by a decade of zero interest rates. Banks got used to it and started to act like it was a permanent state when it was not. Now they're left holding bonds that are not worth what they paid for them. Well, that's the game. That's the human fiat system. They raise rates, reduce rates. Yeah, they play with people's lives as if people are just numbers and statistics. You know, you hear like Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve talking about, we need to increase unemployment. Okay? That's all they care about. Just numbers. A percentage of people that are unemployed, right? Oh, unemployment. Like, what does that even mean? That means dudes are going to lose their jobs. People are going to lose their jobs and not be able to pay for shit so that this dude can make stuff be cheaper in price, right? So people have to suffer, lose their job, not be able to pay for shit so that the prices can go down. It's all a game. It's all a joke. Bitcoin removes that game. Like, you're trying to fiddle with shit and be the king and the hero of the world, and you're controlling money. You get to create money for free in unlimited amounts while the rest of the world has to go to work every fucking day and trade their time and energy for that same exact money. I don't think so. Fuck that. Fuck that. And that's what everyone's figuring out. Like, what the hell? But people aren't necessarily there yet, connecting the dot that Bitcoin is the solution. You guys nailed it. The plan is so perfect that we can see it coming. Unfortunately, not everybody will see it until it's too late. Yeah, but this is what I learned about life too. You know, things don't always work out as planned or as they seem, you know. That's actually the benefit to human life, human flourishing, and human evolution, is that us humans, we can't predict the future exactly right. You know, there's all these little things that might come into play that change every step after that. So that's amazing, and that's great, because otherwise, if we could predict the future and be like, oh, I see the plan so perfectly, we see it all coming. If we could, then you would have the same people in charge the whole history of humanity. We would be even worse slaves than we are now with this monetary system. Everything would just be fucked up because the people in charge could foresee everything coming, and they could make a plan to keep themselves in power while everybody else is a slave. So that's good for us that we can't predict the future accurately, and things come and they work out in ways that we could have never even imagined. And that's the thing with Bitcoin too. Like, yo, you think Bitcoin can't be $1 million, $10 million, $100 million? Really? What's stopping it? It can happen like that, dude, in a freaking blink of an eye. Go to bed one night, Bitcoin's 25,000. You wake up the next night, it's 10 million. You think it's not possible, but Bitcoin's scarce. It's limited, dude. What happens if you just can't get any? Then what's the price, right? What's the price when you can't get any fucking Bitcoin, right? It's unlimited. You're measuring it against fucking the US dollar. You're measuring it against grains of sand, against nothing, against air. All these fiat currencies are just air. Go look at the fucking other dude, the bald-headed dude from the Federal Reserve. He's coming out talking about, bro, we're good, dog. Chill. You ain't got nothing to worry about, man. We got unlimited amount of dollars here at the Federal Reserve, so don't even sweat it, bro. We're chilling. And unfortunately, it's gonna come to that probably where they gotta fucking put their money where their mouth is and start creating those unlimited trillions and trillions and trillions, right? The debt keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher. It's all a game. It's all a joke, man. And of course, we had to have it like this again because we had no other way. There was no other way. This was the best way to keep us in line, to keep a fair enough system, was to have certain people in control to monitor the money, to create money for free, to delete money, to raise rates, to manage the economy. What it is. But now, thanks to the internet, thanks to cryptography, thanks to Satoshi and everyone else that worked on Bitcoin and all the steps that came before that, the cypherpunks, freedom enthusiasts, whatever, just people, human ingenuity, humans' thoughts coming together, right? Because that's all Bitcoin even is, man. It's a fucking idea that nobody gets to create money for free and other people got to work for it. I don't think so, dude. All right, we're gonna find something that's fair and equal for everybody, and we have. Holy shits, we freaking have, dude. We have Bitcoin. Imagine that. Holy shit. Crazy, dude. Digital programmable currency, central bank digital currency, or CBDC, changes the definition of money. It's essentially returned to 1900th century factory cities, when factory workers were only allowed to spend money in factory owners' products. Programmable currency, in conjunction with 15-minute cities, turns countries into economic zones that are subservient to central bank, smart city owners, central planners. Parameters of spending for digital currency are set by ESG criteria. Yeah, and this is just people see it, man. People see it, but what's the answer, right? You guys are out here bitching and moaning, complaining and talking shit. I guess that's the first step, realizing what the problem is. But don't spend so much time dwelling on the problem and giving fucking these people power that are running this shit. You're essentially begging for a better slave master. You're complaining that your slave master only gave you 1 potato for dinner. You're like, can I have 2 potatoes, Doug? Shut the fuck up. Stand on your own, man. Think about a solution. What's the fucking solution? Do some actual fucking work. Think about it. Research it. And the only reason I fucking did it, I don't know, I just became interested in it. Like, it fucking stimulates my brain, dude. I'm thirsty as hell for this shit. Can't wait to learn new shit about Bitcoin, money, freedom, game theory. Like, what would happen if this happens? And then these, and just seeing all this shit unfold. And this is what excites me too, seeing like Timcast talking about this shit. And all the people in its mainstream now, the politicians are getting involved in this shit. Money. What? I've been fucking obsessed with this shit for the last fucking 5 years or so. And now it's coming fucking mainstream. That's pretty damn cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, of course, man. If I control the money, if a central planner, a central banker, anyone controls the issuance, the creation, the fucking this, that, and the other thing about a software, it's software on your computer. They're just creating an application. It's an app on your phone. Of course, they can do whatever you want, man. You can make it where, you want to talk about equity versus equality. You can make equity with these things. You could say, look, these motherfuckers get this because they got brown eyes, they got fucking green eyes, blue eyes. Here's the divvy up. Here's how we're gonna break it up. All the blonde hair dudes are gonna get this. All the red hair dudes are gonna get this. Okay, we got the eyes, we got the hair color. All right, what about skin color? All right, all the brown skin dudes, all the white skin dudes. We're gonna divvy up. We're gonna make this fucking world, right? Statistics. They don't care about individuals and seeing you with your family and your own personal stories that you have to pay your fucking bills. You got to keep the lights on, the gas on, the heat on, the food on the table for your family. You ain't that. When central planners are above and beyond, they're just looking at statistics, graphs, charts, and numbers, not worrying about if individual people can afford to feed their family. All about statistics, numbers, and having a balanced chart. People are obsessed with numbers, statistics, and all that bullshit. All right? So get out of the fucking rat race, dude. Get the fuck out. It's right in front of your face. And imagine now it's like 25K for a Bitcoin or something. You can buy $1 worth of Bitcoin. I just can't even. It's just so great. It's so great, man. It really is. And how is it that I see it? I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. The truth is, with the recent economy, everyone needs more than their salary to be financially stable. The best thing to do with your money is to invest it properly, because money left for savings always ends up being used with no return. Yeah, but it's such a general thing. It's like, what? Okay, invest in what? Now you gotta play this game. Now, fuck. Now I gotta be a fucking professional investor or pay somebody. I can't just be a regular dude with kids, be a dad and chill, work on my desired profession. I just like to work on cars, bro. I just like to fix cars and chill. Why can't I just fucking fix cars, be a fucking family man, raise my kids, and the money I earn from fixing cars, I just save that shit and it goes up over time. Right? Why can't I just do that? Well, now you can actually with Bitcoin. That's exactly what you could do with Bitcoin. You don't have to worry about all this shit and choosing the right investment and shit. Just work, do something you love, earn in Bitcoin, and that's it. The money you earn today is gonna be worth more tomorrow. Imagine that, dude. When sin and depravity is embraced as normal behavior, there's only one way society can go, and that way is down the drain. Yeah, man, fearmonger, right? It's scary. It's scary if you don't have a fucking idea or a choice or a vision or a light at the end of the tunnel. That's what Bitcoin provides. It provides that light at the end of the tunnel. Hope, something to look forward to, happiness, belief. Wow, I can have a future. All I have to do is work and save today to have a better future tomorrow for my kids, for my family. It's great. It's fucking great, dude. Who the fuck can argue against that? Nobody, unless you want to keep control, right? Yeah, if I was the king and I created the money in the current system, yeah, fuck Bitcoin, dude. Use my money. No. Use my money. And there's all these things I want to go to too. When the fucking car was coming out, the automobile, people were making ads about, whoa, chill, automobiles that can run somebody over and kill them. Nah, dude. They're loud. They're noisy. The tires are expensive to replace. Horses are the shit, bro. Horses are awesome. You had that going on. And then it was also when electricity came out, and when people had like gas oil lamps or something in their house, and then electricity came out, the oil industry or whoever the hell it was, the gas lamps, they were making ads about electricity like, whoa, that shit'll kill you, dog. The wires have to be everywhere. Don't touch it, it'll electrocute you and kill you, right? Now look, we have cars everywhere and we got fucking electricity in everybody's house, right? You scared of that shit now? No, we moved on. We chose the better technology and we moved on. But it didn't stop the current people in power from trying to resist that shit. And that's exactly what we got going on right now. We got new fucking technology in Bitcoin that frees everybody from slavery, believe it or not. That's how serious it is. And you got the people that are in charge of the current money system like, hell nah. And they're going to do all this wild shit to try to prevent it. But Bitcoin's inevitable. I mean, nothing's a guarantee, but shit, dude, it's a new technology that provides every human on earth value. Everyone's going to flock to this shit. What's going on right now? People just don't know what the fuck it is. People just don't believe it. It's too good to be true. It's super early. People can't figure it out. Can it be true? What the heck do I do? There's all these other crypto coins. What, yada, yada, yada. What? It's confusing. This is why I'm extremely happy, lucky, grateful. Woo! How can I just weed through the noise and just be like, yo, I can find the path, man. Like, I can do this. I can fucking do this. I can take the world and all its craziness, and I can figure out what's what. That's, I don't know what the fuck. Thinking for yourself. I can still be fooled too, like any other human, but you know, I wasn't fooled when the fucking needles were rolling around and everybody was like, take this, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what the fuck? Why would I ever take something that just popped up and there's no history on this shit? Huh? What? Chill, dog. What the fuck? Chill, bro. You know, let's just wait. Let's just wait, right? Whenever someone's trying to hurry up and say, do it, do it, do it, do it. That's a problem. You don't want to hurry up and do anything. You want to chill and assess the situation here. Chill out. You saw this huge effort, right? Everybody was telling you, all the corporate media and fucking, you name it, all the popular shit was to fucking follow the crowd, follow the group, just do what everybody else is doing, man. Nah, I do what the fuck I'm doing. That shit don't make sense. I ain't fucking doing it. When people don't believe in a currency, they spend it as quickly as possible. Yeah, I mean, that's true, right? But that's a fucked up thing, because people do know that the US dollar is unlimited amount and free to create. So they're going out and looking for other shit. So what do? The main thing everyone does is they buy real estate. And that fucks up everything, because it increases the price of real estate, because people aren't using it to live in it. People are using it as a freaking investment vehicle. And then they're screwing up the next generation, the kids coming out of college. You can't even afford a house. A house is like $500,000 or some shit. Can't afford a fucking house because you got all these rich motherfuckers storing their investments in housing, and then they're renting them out and shit. You know, fuck, that sucks. That sucks, dude. Not having that shit. Bitcoin fixes that. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when they throw the switch. Something I know a little bit about. Transitions. They never really go the way you think. See? That's what we're talking about, predicting future. And we're thankful for that. And that's because they are gremlins at work. All right. Maybe a little different opinion than this guy, but all right. Not just gremlins that are actively gremlins. Gremlins that even the gremlins don't know about. Okay. I mean, yeah, you got people, you got little people, but Bitcoin's just an idea, dude. And if everybody just realizes that they don't want to be a slave, which obviously they don't, then they're just going to do Bitcoin. They're going to choose Bitcoin naturally. Naturally. Just choose it naturally. It's really easy. You don't have to worry about the gremlins. You don't have to worry about the fear. You don't have to worry about they, you know, these people, those people, the government or whoever. You don't have to worry about any of that shit. What if they do this? Who gives a fuck? You ever see that movie with the grasshoppers and the ants? I want to make a video on this too, where the grasshoppers are like, yo, we let one of these little ants up, then they're all gonna stand up. We're fucked. There's a zillion people, man. There's 8 billion people. I made the video today. Did you know that there were more slaves than slave owners? Yeah, that's right. Slave owners had like 10 slaves each or some shit. 5 slaves, 2 slaves, you know, 1 slave did this, the other slaves were working, you know. I got my 5 slaves in the front yard doing the gardening. I got my 3 slaves in the basement doing my fucking laundry. I got another 8 slaves out back. You know, this is one fucking dude. He's got like 20 slaves and shit. There was more slaves than slave owners. Because it's a mindset. You don't think you have the power. You don't think you can do it. And maybe you're right? Because we all need tools. How can I do it? How can I do it, right? You know, you're a slave maybe with your buddies and shit. Like you're locked up. You're like, man, fuck this. But how can we do it, right? We need a shovel. We need an axe. We need a gun. We need a weapon. How can we fuck these guys up and get the fuck out of here? You need something. And with financial money, something huge that encompasses the whole world, how can you fucking subvert the money system? You know, they got this popular saying that says, don't fight the Fed, right? Because you're a bitch. You can't do shit. Sit there and suffer. You have to deal with it and just find the best way out. And what's that? Invest in real estate. Fuck. But now there's a tool. Now there's an invention. Now all of humanity has a tool in the form of Bitcoin to just tell everybody else to fuck off. I'm just chilling. You don't care what the rule makers are doing, right? The rulers, the slave owners. You don't give a fuck what the slave owners are doing with their political money, with the slave money. You're already out into this other fucking system. Now, in the meantime, right, you know, you got to deal with it. You can't pay your taxes. You got to use the US dollar and all the fiat currency, whatever your local currency is. Yeah, you got to use it. You got to play the game for a little bit. But, man, shit is happening really fast, dude. Shit is happening. People are figuring this shit the hell out. And I'm sure it'll be some curveball, twist and turn that we can't foresee yet. That something breaks. Cyber attack, electricity goes down, internet goes down, a meteor hits the earth, you know, some wild shit happens, and then, well, lo and behold, we got saviors that are walking up being like, bro, I got this. Since a meteor crashed all the banks, we got this new and improved system to use. It's gonna save us all, right? Because if your money in your bank account does go to zero, you will be in the street. You will be calling your fucking politician being like, yo, refill my bank account. What the fuck? You know, that's your money, right? But if you're aware of this now, you're not gonna be so worried about it because you're not going to have everything in your bank account. Why would you, right? Because you're understanding. If you're understanding what I'm saying, you wouldn't have everything in your bank account because the money that you have in your bank account is unlimited amount and it's free to create, and it's also centrally controlled. It can be shut down at any moment. And then you gotta hope that this chick, Janet Yellen, she comes in and she says, okay, we're gonna bail you out. Your bank meets that criteria. Like, but if she chooses not to, then what are you gonna do? You can't do shit. So start doing shit that you have control over and stop doing shit that other people have control over, you know? That you're out here begging. You're out here begging the politicians for reparations. I need reparations. Fuck that. Can't do shit on my own. I need to get paid. Somebody else has to fix this problem for me. A lot of people will still be like that. We're going to have this stupid ass political money. We're going to have UBI, Universal Basic Income. People are going to have to be taken care of, sure. And then, you know, maybe that will be a good thing to have these cuck bucks, whatever they are, these shit coins, or, you know, whatever the fiat currency that comes, the central money. But it ain't going to be worth shit. See, that's the problem. It will be forever devalued, forever inflated, and you have no say in it. So get to something that you have a say in it. No one could just debase the shit out of you whenever the hell they want. If you're not prepping, better be nice to your neighbors. Damn right. But even that's a problem too. Let's say, oh, you're prepping, your neighbors aren't. Shit breaks down and now everyone's out for their own, you know? Been waiting for this to finally happen for over a year. So we're a few comments in. Nobody has commented Bitcoin. Did I comment on this yet? We need a great reset. Klaus Schwab 2020. Everybody's talking about the problem, but what about the solution? My favorite is when doom protectors talk about the dollar being worthless, but want you to buy their book, newsletter, or product in said dollars. Okay, so I mean, I ain't selling nothing. I ain't got shit to sell. I mean, I thought about it. That was my thing when I first started this video. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make a fucking altcoin, you know, Bittrio. You know, I had it all set out. I was gonna make it with 3. It's just, you know, the max supply and the this and the that. I was all doing it in Solidity, Soliloquy, whatever the hell it's called. I don't know how to use it, but there's tutorials out there. was going through a tutorial, ready to do it. You could basically just copy code, paste it in, and then you just change certain parameters like the max amount of coins, which wallet gets all the coins, how they are released, you know, the 3-letter abbreviation or 2-letter, whatever it is, whatever you want. I don't know if it was an option, but of your coin, and all these details, and then boom, you got yourself a coin. That's digital fiat currency right there. There you go. It's crazy. This is the bear trap closing on the greatest transfer of wealth in human history. But how's the transfer of wealth though? What transfer of wealth? How? From who to who? I've been holding out, but at this point I seriously feel like I need to go to the bank and take all my cash out. So this is what people will do too. People will go to the bank, they'll take their cash out, they'll demand cash, right? They'll say, I want my dollars. When the central bank releases their currency, most likely everybody will be like, nah. It depends how it plays out though, you know, but this is one scenario. Oh, nah, I don't want that. I want dollars. I want dollars. And they're begging and clamoring for dollars, which are just a central thing. The only thing you could say that's positive is physical cash. At least you have privacy with physical cash. But a central authority can create physical cash in unlimited amounts for free. So it still sucks. It will though probably be temporarily in the short term. In the immediate, once a big event, if it does happen, that's cash will be most likely desired. I could see that scenario. A rare event, but I have to agree with Ian. It's a classic pump and dump scam. And you know, cryptocurrencies too, man, like Bitcoin and even the shitcoins, dude. The shitcoins do play a good part because it helps people understand pump and dumps, rug pulls, holding your own keys, counterparty risk. It helps people understand it. The altcoins, man, people are getting wrecked on altcoins, myself included. And it helps us. It really does. It helps us get it because we learn. I often say, like, yo, it would be cool if we learned from our grandparents, man, and we actually took their advice and we didn't fuck up like they fucked up. But no, usually we don't. Even me, I still do the same shit, doing stupid shit. We got to learn on our own, man. We got to learn on our own. So the altcoins actually are good, I would say. They play their part. Let the free market be open. I'm all for altcoins, shitcoins. Let's go. I'm not for, you know, the SEC saying, oh, these picking winners and losers. These are securities. These are not. Even if they are clear based on the Howey test and this, that, and the other thing, whatever. Just let it all be, man. Let the free market decide. Let it all be, dude. So the altcoins are teaching everyone a lot of lessons about the rug pulls, the pumps and dumps, about people centrally creating these coins, controlling these coins, decentralization, permissionless versus permissioned. There's a lot to it. Also, the altcoins are helping on another way with the legal front, where it's causing a lot of confusion and chaos, and all the regulators and the lawmakers are like, what the fuck? Their heads are spinning too. If it was just Bitcoin, right? You see how when you consolidate the banks down to 6 banks, it's easier to control. Well, the same thing with the cryptocurrencies. When it's a ton of them, it's harder. So maybe they will try to consolidate the cryptos too, but right now there's a lot, so it's harder. And it's like, what the hell? All this shit's going on. We got to sue Ripple, XRP. We got to do these guys. We got to focus on these guys. A new coins popping up, new technology, decentralized exchanges, or this or that. What the fuck? Everything's just going. It's happening so fast. It seems like it's slow because we're right in the middle of it, but actually it's fast as hell. I know that there's an old black and white episode of Maverick that deals with a company that went bust. So the brothers had stock that was worthless, so they had to race up to the northern branch to pull out their money before the representatives got there. There was more to it, but a very entertaining episode. Okay, so this was back in the day. Yeah, somebody said something like that too. It might have even been in this video where things are on the internet now. This is what Balaji said, I think, right? Things happen like this. Boom. Information. Boom, 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 boom. This is part of the reason too. The internet. This is communication, right? Look what you're seeing on the internet. Censorship, misinformation, experts agree, fact checkers confirm, right? You got all these authority figures, these institutions, these old legacy institutions that are trying to maintain control on a narrative to frame things in a certain way, because a lot of stuff is about perception. You heard the term perception is reality, dude. So all this stuff is trying to just, whoa, we're the rulers, we're the leaders, this is the way it goes. You know, the one dude, Augustus Carlson, the huge dude from the Bank of International Settlements, the big bank, he came out and he was like, bruh, technology doesn't make for good money. We do. Trusted central banks. Like, okay, Augustine, yeah, that's it, bro. You're the shit. I rely on you to send my email. I make sure it goes through you and your channels first. No, bitch, I send my fucking email. I create my website. Like, I rely on technology. I'm not relying on you. The fuck? Talk about a fucking massive ego on this dude. Thinking that money has to go through this fucking guy. I don't think so, bud. But of course, they're so used to it. And the glass can be both half full and half empty at the exact same time. So you could see how somebody in a position of power, or just even us ourselves, can view something as a good, as a positive. That glass is half full. When other people are saying, nah, I see the negatives in that. That glass is half empty. But he can just latch on in his mind and be like, I'm saving these people. This is my example. I'm doing good. I have to do this to save the world. And it's just easy, man. It's just human psychology. We tell ourselves all this stuff all the time. But I don't know what it takes, but what I do is I zoom out a little bit, take a step back a little bit, try to view the situation from all the sides, try to put myself in other people's shoes and see how it affects everyone. Yeah, it might help this one group, but it hurts this other group. You could apply this to the race shit that's going on in America right now and probably all over the world, where affirmative action. Oh, these dudes, because of their skin color, hair color, eye color, whatever it is, they have to score a lower test grade on their SATs to get in. Like, we're going to help these people out. They only have to score a certain amount. Or we're going to hire these people in these amounts of people. Doesn't matter what they're qualified for. We just need people that look like this. You can see how you can be like, that's good, right? We're helping these people. These people have been fucked, or their parents have been fucked, grandparents, whatever. Historically, they've been fucked over. So we're going to help them out now. You could see how someone could view that as help. But you're totally ignoring the other side, where you're hurting other people and excluding other people. But we don't care about that, right? It's just collateral damage. It is what it is. Has to be. There's more good than bad. Yada, yada, yada. Cost benefit analysis, risk benefit analysis, all this stuff, right? People can be tricked. People can be fooled. And what's right, what's wrong? That's another thing. Like hate speech. Who's to say? Who's the judge? Who's to determine? This is the problem. And why it never works. Because the people in charge of making these rules and saying who's right, who's wrong, they're humans, man. They got fucking thoughts and opinions, and they can be corrupted and things like that. So it can never be fair. And what is fair, man? Fair is just throw the shit up in the air and let it fall where it falls, man. That's fair. That's what Bitcoin provides us. Fair. Fair, fair, fair. It's as fair as we're gonna fucking get. Because shit ain't fair, right? Why the fuck weren't my parents rich? Billionaires and shit. Why the fuck do I gotta work? The fuck? My parents didn't give me shit. You know what the fuck? I'm happy for my childhood though, because I had to learn hard shit through adversity. That's good. But of course I would like my parents to be rich. Now I want to fucking be rich. Shit. So how's that fair, right? Oh, you want somebody at the top to take from a rich kid's parents and then give it to me because I'm not rich. Yeah, that's great. Well, who the fuck gets to determine that? The rich dude at the top? Is he going to take a cut for himself? It just doesn't work like that, man. You can't do that shit. The only way it works like that is if I'm the fucking king. I'm in charge. All right? It's the only fucking way that shit's working. So fuck that shit. We got technology now. We got fucking Bitcoin. Never forget when Tim called ETH to 10K and BTC, finally our first Bitcoin mention, and BTC by 1 million by the end of 2021 based on expert analysis. And they all tanked to 2-year lows. Tim knows a lot about politics and philosophy, but be wary of his financial takes. I agree with this take in the video. It's ridiculous to make these kinds of predictions, but also be wary of what Tim pushed as final financial strategies. Yeah, well, this is just surface level. Who cares what the price of Bitcoin is? It doesn't matter. That's the thing. If you care how many dollars you can get with your Bitcoin, then you're missing the point. It's not about how many dollars you can get. It's about how much Bitcoin you can get. Who cares? Right now, yeah, in the short term, right? Short term, sure. But why are you collecting something that is unlimited amount and free to create? Short term, I get it. You got to pay your bills. Your debt is denominated in US dollars, your taxes and shit like that. Yeah, I get that. It makes sense, right? You're going to have some of this shit. But this is way bigger, totally different. We're talking about Bitcoin being money that is way above and beyond any fiat currency. This is a whole new world, dude, where shit's fucking as fair and equal as it could possibly be. Or if we can do better in the future, at least Bitcoin's as fair and honest as we've had ever to date. Maybe we'll have some better shit in the future, but this is it for now and by a fucking long stretch. So I get why people can get caught up in the fiat valuation for Bitcoin, but that's all a game, you know? I make this analogy like this with Bitcoin. Say I'm looking for a new TV or a new computer. I'm building a new computer. Yeah, I'm looking at price. Price is one of the things I'm looking at. But really what I'm looking at is the specs. The specifications of the CPU. How many cores does that processor have? How much megahertz is it? My RAM, how many megahertz is my RAM? How many gigs are my RAM? My graphics card, how many gigs is that? The fans, right? When you're looking at fans on a computer, the rotations per minute, how fast can it go? The size of the fans. When you're looking at a TV, you're looking at like refresh rate, 1080p versus interlace 1080i, right? That was a thing, right? Now, do we even have interlace? No, it's progressive scan now, right? And then maybe it's some other shit. I've been out of the TV spec business for a little bit, but we're looking at the specifications of the product. We don't care about the price so much. And it's the same with Bitcoin. We're looking at the specs of Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin? The details of Bitcoin. Who gives a fuck what the price is? That's like secondary. Yeah, if we're budgeting and then whatever, you know, for our short-term taxes and shit. Yeah, we're going to care about the price a little bit. But that's secondary. The first thing we want to know and the first thing we're interested in is the details of the system, the details of the technology. Can this fucking TV play Blu-ray? How many HDMI ports does it have, right? All the details. That's what I look at Bitcoin. That's the different frame of reference, the different looking at something and judging it. Don't judge it on its US dollar price, dummy. Who cares? That's short term. You're missing the whole point. Look at it on its technical specs. Decentralization, public, open source, permissionless, scarce, limited in amount, connected to energy, proof of work. I mean, there's a lot. There's a fucking lot. I don't understand all that shit. There's a whole lot, man. but don't care about the price, dude. You're worried about the price. You're missing the fucking point. The Credit Suisse situation was, in pretty large part, caused by financial experts being dumber than a sack of bricks. The extremely condensed version of that is a lot of people, most notably actual professionals, couldn't be bothered to read the definition of what they were investing in. The bonds they were investing in provided a higher interest rate, but came, yeah, whatever. Look, they all got rich, dude. Everybody got rich. Where's the risk? Is there any risk for these guys? You're calling them experts dumber than a sack of bricks. They probably made millions and millions and billions of dollars. They took a risk. They made a shitload of money. When their risk failed, they were bailed out. All their shit was bought. They were made whole. Congratulations. Do it again. Do it again, because there's no risk in this stupid game. Okay? There's no risk. So people want to shit on capitalism and free markets and this and that. Oh, we need socialism, blah, blah, blah. Capitalism sucks balls, right? Yeah, sure, right? And oh, look what we, right? They want to blame all the fucking problems that we have now on capitalism. Oh, look at all these problems, capitalism. This ain't capitalism, man. When a fucking company fails, they're supposed to fail, dude. They take a risk. If it pays out, they win. If it loses, they lose their shit. That's capitalism. This is not capitalism. This is fake ass capitalism. It's capitalism. You have a chance at capitalism, but if you fail, we'll do socialism. We'll bail you out. Oh, too big to fail. You're gonna fuck up everything if you fail, right? How about maybe make limits on some shit where people can't be so intertwined in politics and government, so that they're not too big to fucking fail. Do some shit like that rather than paying all their bills and taking all the risk away, so that people are incentivized to just take the biggest risk they can, because they know if they fail, they're gonna still get rich anyway. What the fuck? So that's not capitalism, dude. It's not capitalism if these banks are getting bailed out. And they are getting bailed out. So what the fuck capitalism are you even talking about? This is not capitalism. It's fucking bullshitism. Socialism is what it is. You know, I don't fucking know. It's some other shit. It's fascism, right? When the corporations and the government are combined, it's fascism. That's probably why you've seen fascism make such a huge fucking popularity gain in the last few years, because that's often what people do. They project, they accuse others of shit that they're doing. So get the word fascism out there, blast it everywhere, so that when actual fascism happens, everybody thinks that there's the boys crying wolf, you know, whatever, I heard fascism for that, this, that, and the other thing. It turned out it wasn't true. This is probably more of the same, more fascism calls. It's probably a bunch of bullshit. Perception, the minds, the psychology, man. That's what it's all about. Bitcoin's an idea, man. What do you think? What do you think? You could change the world. Literally, dude. Quite literally. You could change the fucking world. All you gotta do is fucking think. Think about it. That's it. Start doing what you think. Start doing what you believe. And that's it, man. You change the world. And of course we need tools, you know. You like, let's say you were, like I say, back to the slave example. You're a slave. It's the end of the day, you know, you're cleaning off or whatever with your people that slaved with you or whatever. Maybe it's a group of slaves in the basement or some shit, and you're like, fuck, this fucking sucks, right? And you're like a leader. You're in there like, man, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck, dude. How are we gonna do it, right? The idea, the belief that you can actually get out of that shit, that's number one. Then you look for tools to actually make that shit a reality. Okay? But number one is the idea. How the fuck are we gonna get out of here, man? But then, hey, make it fucking happen. That's what we're doing right now. That's what's happening right now. Crazy. Actually crazy. Hey, babe, is there any more coffee in there? I know. I try not to be, but this shit is serious, man. And if this is happening like this, dude, man, it's so, I don't know. There's so many words to describe it. It's just a big freaking deal. That's all. It's a big freaking deal. Thank you. And it's cool and it's exciting and it's like, yeah, you know, it's a chance, it's an opportunity. That's what it is. People can say, oh, it's scary, it's fiery, you know, all this. Yeah, fine, sure, it is a little bit of that, but really what it is a lot of excitement and opportunity. Hey, let's go. Keep your fucking head on straight and let's do this damn thing. That's kind of what I think. Like people say, I have, believe it or not, social anxiety. I don't know why, just do. Public speaking, that's one of the reasons why I started making this channel and doing these videos, is to be able to talk and get better at public speaking. Face your fears. But when I was doing some research about how to be a better public speaker, a lot of people would say, like, look, dude, anxiety and excitement are like the same thing. You're feeling very similar emotions inside your body. It's all about just how you frame it and how you think about it. So I could see that right here. It's like, yeah, I don't have anxiety when it comes to this subject. I have excitement. But it is like a similar thing. A little bit maybe of a tingling in your belly, a little uneasy, a little, ooh, it's going. The butterflies in your stomach. So I'm going to try that, you know, when I'm in a public setting and I'm having anxiety. I'm going to try to, it's not easy though, you know, it's easier said than done, man. It's not easy. But I'm going to try to do that. Think about it. Thank you. Thank you. As, oh, I'm excited. But you have to have real emotion tied to that. What am I excited about? Doing this stupid ass presentation for my school or for my work? No, I'm actually not excited. Yeah, I'm fucking nervous. But if I'm actually passionate about it, like let's say UFC, you're fighting, right? You want to fight. You're passionate. You did all this training. You could have an excitement. I'm interested in this thing. I'm excited for this. When someone else, maybe they're just fighting for a living and they don't really want to do it. They could be nervous or more scared. So start taking an interest in your fucking money, in your livelihood, dude. You can fucking save today and your money could be worth more tomorrow. Isn't that fucking exciting to you? You take an interest in it, you become passionate about it, your fear will turn into excitement. And you will see the opportunity and you will be like, holy shit, I can't wait for tomorrow, for next year, for 2 years, for 3 years, for 5 years. You're going to start making plans for the future. Instead of dreading the future and being scared and hanging on every word about the next scary man on the news that's going to tell you shit's fucked up. Shit's only fucked up because other people are controlling it and making it fucked up so that they can benefit from that shit. And we never had a way to do it before, but now we have a tool in Bitcoin to just get the fuck out of that stupid ass system and say, go fuck around with your own shit, dude. We ain't fucking with you, man. And slowly, then suddenly, that shit's happening right now, dude. Damn. Shit's wild, bro. Alright, so this is a scam right here. I'm so happy. I've been earning money. You know that. Those are the people. If any bank, for any reason, refuses to give you your money on demand, it is theft, plain and simple. I may be a bit naive regarding banking practices, but at the end of the day, it is my money. And part of the deal is that I get my money when I ask for it. Anything else is theft, as far as I'm concerned. So here's Jim Homan. Yeah, Jim, I feel you, but the reality is, what the fuck you gonna do about it? You can't do shit, bitch. Talking all that shit, it's a bunch of hot air. You ain't gonna do shit. What the fuck you gonna do? And that's the point of this video, man. That's the point of this whole fucking thing. You can't do shit. Until now. Now, now it's crazy. Now you can buy and hold Bitcoin. Now you can just exit and say, fuck off, dudes. I'm bouncing. You think it's your money. You think they have to give it to you, but they don't have to give you shit, dude. There's laws in place to protect the business and the banks. They have 0% reserves in the bank. They don't have to hold diddly squat cash money. And also the Dodd-Frank Consumer Protection Act, believe it or not, that's what it's fucking called. Dodd-Frank Consumer Protection Act was signed into law in 2009 or whatever it was, that says the banks can legally take your money, it's called a bail-in, and use it if they need it for their shit, and you can't do shit about it. So you're talking all this shit, Jim, but you're barking up the wrong tree, bro. And these are the type of people that are gonna go out in the street and demand their shit. I want my money. Then yeah, the central bank will greatly give it to you. They'll say, okay, you want your money? Well, here's the money. This new cool ass shit that we control even more than the current shit. You like it? And Jim will be like, okay, I guess. I mean, I have no other fucking choice. He'll take that shit. Right? Figure it out, bro. You want your money? You're gonna have to fucking figure it out. You're gonna have to fucking take some personal responsibility, dude. Because look at you, little fucking Jim dude. You're out here giving all the responsibility to the bank, saying, hold my money, take responsibility for my money. Don't lose it, bank, hold it. Right? For free. You're giving somebody your money. You're giving somebody a burden and a responsibility for free to fucking hold your money. And you're just expecting that, what? Who the fuck are you, bro? You can come and go as you please. You take your money out whenever the fuck you want. And the bank's just supposed to hold your shit and be your fucking servant? For what? How much you paying the bank? You ain't paying the bank shit. And they're supposed to do your shit like that? Nah, hell nah. The only reason it's free is because you're the fucking product. They want you to fucking deposit your money so they can use it to make more money. That's why it's free. You have no leverage, bro. You have no power. You ain't got no power here, Jim. Get to the fucking call customer support. We're sorry. The number you have dialed has been disconnected. Please try again later. That's all you're gonna get, Jim. That's what Bitcoin represents, man. Self-sovereignty, personal responsibility. Stop relying on others to take care of shit that's important to you. If it really is your money, in all caps, if it really is my money, in all caps, then why don't you take some fucking responsibility for your money? And that's the paradigm shift that's happening right now. People are realizing that whole shit with the COVID and everything. People are taking responsibility for their kids, right? It's happened in politics, where before people would just send their kids off to school to be a babysitter, and they wouldn't teach their kids anything and have to worry about shit. They let the schools teach their kid. They let the TV teach their kids. Well, now people are taking an interest, trying to be better parents. Now, of course, there's still kids being raised by the internet, but it's a huge shift in parents realizing that they have to be more involved in their kids' fucking lives. And there's also a huge shift in money, where people are realizing nobody's gonna fucking come to save you, man. You want to be wealthy, you want to be secure in your finances, you're gonna have to take personal responsibility and do that shit yourself. Congratulations, welcome to fucking Bitcoin. Great. Fractional reserve banking invites bank runs. Reducing the reserve requirement from 10% to near zero was stupid, dangerous. 10% reserve requirement was already low. So yeah, I mean, look, it's coming around. People are getting it. They're just not connecting the dot to Bitcoin just yet. So close. It's getting there. Little by little, we are getting there. But just not yet. People are coming in here complaining. Then when, whatever happens, they're going to be expecting somebody else, right? The same people that they're bitching about that are making dumb decisions that are dumber than a sack of bricks are the same people that they're going to be turning to say, fix the problem. It's not going to get fixed. If I'm fixing a problem, it's going to benefit me first and foremost before I benefit you, buddy. Okay? I'm going to take care of myself. That's human nature. Take care of myself and my family before I'm going to take care of you, Mr. Unknown you know, whoever. Take care of myself first. It goes back to the Federal Reserve just looking at statistics. We need to raise the unemployment rate. We need more people on the streets, unemployed, not working, not earning a living, so that we can manage this economy, right? They're not looking at you as a person or worried about your kid's soccer game or your dinner for that night, how your family's going to eat. They don't give a fuck. You're just a statistic, just a number. So why are you running back to these people asking them to save you and fix it? You have to do it yourself. And I know that might be a little scary, and it puts a little pressure on you, and it puts some responsibility on you. But again, it's about that mindset. You can shift your mindset and look at the amazing possibilities of the fruits of your labor and just how much purchasing power Bitcoin could provide you and your family from today into the future. And you will be excited at the potential, and it will be a huge, how the fuck, it's going to be massive. The amount of people that are going to figure this out with Bitcoin. I mean, it's already happening, dude. Look at it. It started at fucking nothing, pennies. Okay? And just look what it is. How the fuck can it be that a computer system that's decentralized is just running for 14 years, all day, every day for 14 years? Just keeps running. TikTok, next block. Every 10 minutes, boom, a next block. During Christmas, during fucking Hanukkah, all the holidays, doesn't matter. Doesn't take weekends off. This shit just keeps running in the background. You like that? You like that as your financial system? Or do you like the other one where the dudes are trying to make you lose your job for this summer, and then next year they're going to try to have employment going up and down, and then hiring people, and then you're going to have boom and bust and crash and burns, right? What the fuck you want to do? You just got to figure it out. That's it. It's just awareness, man. Figure it out. And don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to me. Just think about it. And think about what you want to do. How you're going to protect yourself and your family, rather than leaning on somebody else to protect you and your family that doesn't even fucking know you, dude. They don't give a shit about you. It's like asking me to care about you and your family. Like, yeah, okay, a little bit. Like, I care about people. I don't want the world to be fucked up. But you better believe I'm gonna care about my family before I don't even know you, dude. And even if I did, we could be friends, but I'm still gonna care about my family more than your family, right? That's normal. That's human nature. So, hey, we did a few comments, man. We went at about an hour long. And I don't know. Maybe we'll do more of these things. I kind of wanted to do this too, where somebody, like, they do interviews like with these videos like this. Kitco, she'll ask somebody a question and I'll answer it. I'll play the question and then I'll get on there and answer and be like, well, here's the fucking deal. So I don't know. You know, I mean, it's just crazy though to see that all these videos, all these people are coming. That's life, man. It's weird to me too that life just doesn't stop. No one gives a shit, you know? Like when my wife's mom passed away, this is like, I realized this. Like, she was so important. Everybody loved her, cared about her. Such a big deal in all our lives. But nobody gave a shit. Like, it was just like, hey, you know, the world goes on. The fucking, like, the family cared. But outside of that, it was just nothing. Everything keeps going. The life doesn't stop for anyone, dude. And I was like, man, that's so weird. You know, that's, I don't know why, but that's just strange to me. So I think, you know, all these things that just come into the world, it's like a blender just swirling up, you know, a tornado, a cyclone, everything's just blending in the world, swirling around you. And when new things come, it just gets mixed in with everything else, and it just has to find its way. And some things leave and some things come, and it's just a constant swirl of life that's going on around you. And that's what Bitcoin did. Bitcoin came in and it just swirled everything out. And now all of a sudden, everybody has to react to Bitcoin existing. Now Bitcoin's a thing. And what the fuck are you gonna do? Some people like it, some people don't like it. There's all these people that are trying to influence others about it's good, it's bad. You know, we had that artwork that went up, the Bitcoin artwork with the skull and everything. It's crazy. It's so wild and crazy, right? It's so freaking awesome. And I just think there's just no way that people don't figure this out, dude. I mean, come on. Everyone's going to choose what's in their own best interest. And the cool thing about Bitcoin is when everyone chooses human nature, greed, what's in their own best interest, they actually help everyone else. So by helping yourself in the Bitcoin world, you help everyone else because you're incentivized to keep your security, your Bitcoin safe. You want to do good for the network so that your wealth can be maintained. And at the same time, if you're strengthening that network, you're strengthening it for everyone else. And then everyone else wants to secure their own personal wealth. And by doing so, they're securing everyone else's in this at the same time. It actually brings the world together on an individual basis where we all help each other and come together. And not only that, it helps countries come together where, imagine, where there's no more wars because America doesn't want to fuck up Bitcoin. Russia doesn't want to fuck up Bitcoin. Both countries have their wealth stored in Bitcoin. Now they work together to secure the network. Imagine the trade, the just amazement that's going to happen if Bitcoin stays around between humans all across the world. It's so wild. This is, I don't know. I mean, this is why I'm so passionate about this shit. It's such a huge idea. Such a huge idea. You know, it's like the wheel. It's like electricity. It's like the internet. That's what Bitcoin is. And it could even be bigger than all that shit. Sounds crazy now, but in hindsight, it's going to be obvious. All right, that's going to be it for this one, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Later.